Hey guys, let me just set up here to see myself on the computer. Okay, let me just kill the noise. So yeah, welcome guys, welcome back. Hi Jack, how are you? Um, so got nothing to do right now, so I wanna talk about shooting the breeze, and I got a little uh, mail and comment I wanna talk about, but I did a the other day I uploaded my top 10 watch brands for 2019, and I kind of think that's the, in my opinion, watches are. I don't want to take it. Don't take it too seriously, guys. That's what I'm saying. Don't take it too seriously because um, there's a lot of people taking this watch thing way too serious, and I don't want to take myself too seriously, because at the end of the day these are just watches. But before that, just welcome guys, welcome back, good evening. It's evening here. It's 8 o'clock p.m. afternoon in the evening. uh, so let me just check what the time is. I have a website that I go and check the watches. It's called time.is. Time is. And I check the time. So yeah, it's the time, the wristwatch check. We're in my SKS tonight. And let me just see the. Hope all you can see me, but if you don't see me, you're not missing up that much. And if you have a uh, blurry image and crappy sound, I apologize for the inconvenience, but yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, so LA we have first, and it's 11 and 19. I guess that's the 9 Uhrzeit, Zenderman. Time is. I will check it out. I will check the Uhrzeit. So LA time is, it's 11:19. So I guess it's not even a noon. New York, it's afternoon. It's 2 o'clock in afternoon. In London, oh, I love London. I'm an Arsenal fan. It's 7 o'clock here in Paris, and Central European time as it's 8 o'clock, 8:19, and yeah, that's where I belong. I'm Central European time. In Moscow, we have it's 22, it's 10 o'clock in the evening, and Beijing, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. So you're probably sleeping over there, and in Tokyo, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. So it's a night. So I don't know what I was talking about, but yeah, I want to say, just let me just read you this. So before that, I'm gonna get you. So Adrian Anis, uh, and it's not anus, Uranus. Sorry, Adrian. Hey, edcgunner, could you make it a video on the top watch brands or watches for each category slash occasion? So best brands for dress, diving, outdoor, work, sport, etc. So maybe a watch or brand for maybe 5 categories you want. So um, and I think I answered that to him. I think it's a bit redundant. So I had a lot of fun making the top 10 watch brands here, and I think it serves a bit as education to someone who's not that much into watches, and I had a lot of fun watching it, and I kind of like lists and making and watching top 10 videos. But at the end of the day, I think it serves as a bit of education, because I put some really decent brands out there. and but I'm a firm believer that you figure it out yourself. You have some brands that are like top 10 brands, but again, don't take me too seriously, guys. There's a lots of guys out there on the watch groups, on Facebook groups and forums, Facebook forums, that think they take themselves way too much seriously. Uh, it's kind of crazy, and some of them like to exercise force and to be a little keyboard warriors and whatnot. But um, it kind of comes to me, I want to bitch slap some of them, but unfortunately you cannot, because they live thousands, a million miles away. So and they can be tough. Nobody said anything to me, but I see them bullying lots of other unsuspecting people. So yeah. Uh, so I'm thinking you figure out yourself what kind of brands you like, and we'll talk about brands I like here right now. And I will maybe I will make a video, but I already done some of the brands for under $1,000 and whatnot. But in these higher echelons, which are the top brands, you figure out there are some major watch brands that are cool and good quality, and you figure out what you like. So also, please write in the comment section what do you think. So we'll just go over it by brands and whatnot. So the Adrian wants to know what are the top watch brands for each category occasion. So best brands for dress watches. We're gonna start with dress watches. Well, best brands for dress watches is you can go with Seiko, you can go with Patek Philippe Calatrava, which was one of my grail watches, but that kind of in the process switched. I still would like to have a Calatrava, but you know what I think. So I think that's the kind of a, like ultimate dress watch, but you cannot overlook Vacheron or AP, some dressy watches, Elangenzone Saxonia, which is amazing watch, and it's simple. It's one of the not so nice brands, but I don't know what have I missed, but I think this is kind of interesting. I could put together a list. I like it. I like it now when I'm starting to think about it. So you have a Lange and Saxonia. So you take any watch brands out of the, let's say, top 10, and I'm not even talking like Jacques says FP Journe. I'm not gonna even mention them because they are the level above everything. FP Journe, Kari Voutainen, which is one of my favorite ones, and all those brands which are handmade. I call them micro brands as well, but they are like somewhere they have little Oreos above their heads, and they are like perversion. They are like porn and watches. So you cannot take with any brand, and I generally do like dress watches, and IWC. You take for instance, Nomos. Nomos is a good watch brand to buy used, to buy second hand. Nomos on the second hand market, there you can get them for around 500 euros or dollars in that price range. Recently, my mate got one for 250. My mate recently bought another one for 250 euros, and it's a steal. And it's a beautiful watch. It's fantastic. So, Nomos on a secondary market is a great bank, and I kind of could have bought it, but I missed out on it. So, yeah, but once I saw it in person again, and every time I see Nomos, I kind of I shit my pants. How can this watch be so simple and boring and uninteresting? And but when you take it, when you see it in person, when you place it on your wrist, oh my God, it's it's simple And I think that's the beauty of the dress watches and simplistic design. And if I was any more smarter and eloquent, I would make this video last for like 3 minutes and not like 10 minutes right now. But it's the beauty. Like I think that was Honor de Balzac who wrote a letter to his friend, and he basically said something like, "Dear friend, I write you this long. Dear friend, I write you this long letter because I do not have time to write you a shorter one." So, um, yeah. So you can go vintage. You can go vintage. You can get a beautiful vintage IWC. Recently, I had a guy email me about vintage Omegas, and I was trying to push him to the vintage IWC Caliber 89, which is great for every day because it's robust. And I got a beautiful vintage Longines. I got a beautiful vintage Omega, and you catch the drift. So whatever brand you got, but you gotta know the brands. And once you know the brands, get yourself a little bit of education about watches. Always, whatever I try to buy, I try to do my research before that. So uh, okay, so the best brands for dress watches, I think we got that covered. And I'm not gonna repeat myself again, but the best brands for diving, well, you can. I think the best brand for diver watch is a Rolex with Submariner, Deep Sea, Sea Dweller, and I don't know whatever. You have Omega, you have Blancpain, 50 Fathoms. Even though I'm not a fan, I prefer Submariner for some strange reason. So write me down in the comments, all of you who are watching now, uh, hey Antonius from Northern Michigan. Uh, hey, write down who of you know Don Haynes, the Hondanes on the YouTube. Anyways, he has a nice Blancpain 50 Phantoms, but it does. It looks, I don't know why, but kind of looks like a spinnaker to me, and I don't know. I shot myself in the knee right now for saying this, but it is what it is. So I kind of prefer the Submariners, and recently this guy was thinking about my gray watches, and Blancpain wasn't one of them. Even though I love them for the minute repeaters and stuff like that, not for 50 Phantoms. Great watch, but some like blonde, some like redheads, and you catch the drift. So next watch, best brand for, we got dress diving, for outdoor work, sport, and etc. Well, you can never go wrong with a good, nice G-Shock. And recently, mate's been, it's not a mate, I like to, it's kind of my thing I like to say, but I got an email. Guy's a soldier, is shooting, and he broke a couple of G-Shocks, and he wants to know what can he buy for something. So I suggested him a little bit less complicated G-Shock without the hands, and he said I broke them all. So there's no help for you, guy. You should. But G-Shock it's kind of watch for that. You can have this one, Seiko SKS. You can have a Submariner. You can have, I don't know. I take care of my G-Shocks. I take care of my any other watch. I kind of baby the G-Shock, and I don't want to hurt it. And I know it's weird, but I think I want watches a bit too much to hurt them, and I think that's it. So I don't know, guys, if you have any watches, but it's kind of general broad topic, so I don't want to talk more about it. I'm more into the idea of you just figure out, I kind of point you in the right direction. What are some of the top 10 brands? And I said I did the video top 10 brands, and it's really uh, my personal preference. And there are at least 10 brands that are 10 times better than this list, but I kind of went for the more approachable mainstream, and I left the micro brands, higher tier micro brands like FP Journe out of the way. That's just for the guys who know their watches. So yeah, so give me a thumbs up. It really helps, and if you sometimes when you watch my video, you can support me. Yeah, for Field, Jack says Jack Purcell, Hamilton for Field, but you can wear whatever you want. You can wear. When I look at those old dressy vintage watches, they were like vintage Omegas, Seamasters, and similar watches. They weren't even water resistant. They weren't no shock protection. They looked like a today's dress watch, and they've been to the Vietnam. They've been to the World War II, and they survived through everything. And most of them didn't, but they can serve your purpose. The watch's purpose is to tell you the time. So take good care of it, and it will tell you the time more than you want. So yeah, give me a like. Only 3 likes. I need more likes, guys. So yeah, let me just see what else can we talk about. If you have any questions, now's the time to ask them. But I just wanted to talk about this a little bit, and like I said, I like to show you these are some of the cool brands, and the rest is up to you. What do you like? What's your preference? And things like that. So don't take yourself way too serious. Some some Facebook watch groups, on the watch forums, on the real watch forums before Facebook, the guys are still cool and the same. But these groups, some of them are really. Let's just say they take themselves way too serious, and it's never a good thing when you take yourself too serious, because life passes, and at the end of your life you can realize that it was just it's just your life passed, and you never caught a time and to enjoy a little bit. And I think at the end of the day we should all enjoy our watches a bit more, and whatever watch you have, wear it proudly. I know when I used to have Seiko and Polot, and sup Christian, where are you from? Sup playa? I know when I had this Seiko and Polot, and like Polot 3133 was the best watch and the grail watch and whatnot, but there was a time when I had just a simple I love New York, East Coast. I had a simple Seiko 5, and I was kind of embarrassed to show it off on some watch group on forums, and to do a wristwatch check and something like that. But I think you should enjoy whatever you have, and you should definitely try to get some more and some better. And I'm telling you, just enjoy watches, and be a bit stubborn, pig-headed, and don't let them tell you what do you like and what do you have. So thank you for tuning in, and thank you all for watching, and see you guys.